This is Nepenthes gracilis black form. Nepenthes gracilis is known to be a weedy carnivorous plant, weedy pitcher plant. It's known also to produce many variants and colors of pitchers. This particular one I have is the black one. It's really nice. It's just a juvenile plant I've had for about, I think, 3 months or so. I've got it when it was just a tiny little twig, something like its current basal rosettes now. I bought this plant for a really reasonable price from Mr. Foon Chow Yong, or I know him as Mr. Allen. A really nice guy. Well, yeah, he sells lots of plants. Go check him out. Go look at his, go stalk his Facebook profiles and pictures. Well, anyway, this is his plant. He was kind enough, nice enough to sell me this thing for a reasonable price. When it was juvenile, I couldn't believe that it would produce black pitchers, but now that it's all starting to, grow up to its nice size, well, I can't seem to grab hold of the picture to show you, Mr. David. Sneaky plant. Here's another one. See? Let me get the sun in the right angle for you, see? It's a real nice plant. I think me and Mr. David Tan would agree that Nepenthes gracilis is one of the most fascinating, cute, miniature pitcher plants to keep. And yeah, I really like this plant, although I can't really say much about it because it's still so small. I haven't seen it really in action yet, so to speak. Oh yes, I've read on some website, not sure whether it was just basically Wikipedia or not, but yeah, it seems Nepenthes gracilis has a special adaptation on its pitcher lids to make them, see, real bouncy. So the thing is, when let's say there are insects crawling around the lids, and when a single drop of rainwater hits the top of the lid, it'll literally catapult the prey into the pitcher itself, and they will drown. Much like Glanduligera, isn't it? Catapult. Snap tentacles. Haha. It was Mr. Hartmayer that coined the phrase. He's a nice guy, really. I love to watch his videos. These leaves just keep getting in the way. I wanted to film the basal rosettes growing among the sphagnum moss. Sphagnum moss is really nice and soft. Look at these. Look at these. Just look at these. Aren't they beautiful? Like I said, they don't produce a black coloration until the plant itself is more mature, and these are only basal rosettes. Once again, these ropes do a great job to hold the plant in place as it produces its steady vines and climbs upwards, and hopefully they will flower. I've had my Nepenthes trichocarpa flowering for me once, but I didn't get to see whether it was male or female. I was too young to appreciate these things during the time. And here's a mini Nepenthes ampullaria. It's supposed to be the red form. No, not the Borneo red. It's the typical, how should I say, the messy red, the speckled red. Yeah, not the pure Borneo red form. Well, anyway, this one has been having some hard times adapting. Only recently has it produced its fresh crown of leaves. Some of my friends would like to remind me that some forms of Nepenthes prefer a dry medium, but I have found that this is otherwise, because it's just only been a couple of months and already the plant is starting to sprout 1 to 3 basal rosettes, albeit pitcherless ones, but what the heck, give it a go, give it a chance, it'll flourish like my other ampullaria. Yeah, the thing is that nobody would believe me that these plants were in that condition just maybe 2 or 3 years ago, and they just take a little while before they adapt and they shoot off. After all, this is how their natural habitat looks like. Well, although just for the lowland plants. I can't say the same for the highland plants, but Gracilis, ampullaria and Trichocarpa, its descendant, are all lowland plants, or intermediate at the most. Don't really see them much in the highlands. Anyway, this has been a spectacular plant for me to film. It's so miniature. My dad even wants to put these in an indoor setup or terrarium. Well, but I'm really curious as to where this black form has come from. Well, according to Mr. Tan, his friend Chen Li, I'm sure we've all heard of him by now, discovered these black forms in somewhere in Sarawak, which is nowhere near where I stay. I stay in Peninsular Malaysia, near the city of Kuala Lumpur. Yeah, my address is out there, go stalk me. Well, anyway, here's a mini collection of outdoor Drosera Brahmanii. They've been placed in the shade for too long, so the colors aren't really nice and vivid like my indoor ones, like the ones you see on my picture posts. I think I'll give you a bonus plant here before I just end the video. Here is Sarracenia purpurea. I've also bought this one from Mr. Foon Chow Yong, PCY. Isn't it just amazing? Yeah, this plant, wow. I'm not sure whether it's Purpurea rosea. I'm sure Professor Rice will be happy to enlighten me on that one. But anyway, here it is. Nice red vivid colors. There's always a trouble of getting these plants to produce such vivid colored pictures with veins and all in the tropics. Something due to the temperatures, and also because they aren't given enough rest during their dormancy period. So anyway, yeah. Oh, those you see in the nurseries are nowhere like this, so I'm really happy, really happy to have bought this plant from PCY. Yeah, so anyway, well, this is the last view of my so-called mini tropical waterfall thingy setup. Oh, the sun is already coming out here, so I best be getting indoors. It's crazy hot here, but I'm sure nowhere's hot in Australia. I'll be uploading these videos shortly, just for you, Mr. Davian. So, I hope you've enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time. Gideon out.